Welcome to the Logan County Athletics Show, your all-access pass to everything happening in Logan County athletics. Hosted by Coach Adler and Coach Frick, we're bringing you weekly rundowns, game updates, scores, and exclusive interviews with the players and coaches that make it all happen. From the field to the court and everything in between. If it's Logan County athletics, we've got it covered. Don't miss the action. Let's get to it.
All right, everyone. Welcome into the Logan County Athletics Podcast, episode 16. I'm Coach Adler alongside my co-host, Coach Josh Frick. Coach Frick, what's going on?
Oh, man. I watched a lot of really good football today. That Bears-Bengals game was exciting.
Cowboys ain't on yet, right?
Yeah, that's why it's been good so far. We got Bills-Chiefs. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Got me a little Sunday afternoon nap for the first time, and I don't know when, so.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, and can you believe we actually made it to 16 episodes?
That's pretty wild. Pretty wild, especially as crazy as it's been here in the past couple of weeks. And we'll kind of dive into that. What happened, this last week here on campus? We hosted the 4th Region Volleyball Tournament and had good crowds each and every night for that. Our Lady Cougars made it to the semifinals and fell short there to Greenwood. 3-0. Greenwood went on to get beat by Bowling Green in the finals, Coach, and we kind of missed the finals because we were at South Warren playing that night. But fill us in a little bit on the finals and how that went.
Yeah, I mean, it was really close for a while. I think Greenwood maybe was up 18-14 there in the first set and had all the momentum, and then the Bowling Green went on maybe an 8-point run and was able to close that out and win 25 and 18, 19, something like that, and then went on to win 3 sets in a row to win the region. And I mean, I think anyone in attendance figured out pretty quick that Bowling Green was pretty much head and shoulders above everybody else in the region. I think that's maybe the 3rd or 4th time they've beaten Greenwood this year, three games to 0. So they've got some really good talent, and I think they host McCracken County on Monday, actually.
Yeah.
State tournament. So congratulations to Bowling Green. But our girls, had a really strong showing. Like you said, beat Allen County in the first round, and then coming around and played Greenwood tough. But they finished the season 23-12. And I know we've got 4 or 5 seniors that played their last match here, but it was a special season for them as they finished district champs and made it to the Final Four of the region. So a lot of things to build on, that's for sure. When you look at the stats, Caroline Ham, who I thought played really well in the regional tournament, had 251 kills to lead the team. When you look at blocks, she also led the team in blocks. And now, correct me, I'm wrong there. Ashley McIntosh led the team in blocks with 24. Kaylee Rye, 519 assists, and she is back next year. Diggs, Maggie Mitchell, as a sophomore, just was really crucial for our team. 394 digs on the season, which is impressive. So, we do lose 5 special players, but we also have a lot returning, and there's a lot of things to be excited about and build upon for our Lady Cougar Volleyball team.
Yeah, for sure. And any time you can make it to the semifinals of the 4th Region Tournament with some of our teams that we got in there, it's always a good season. In Bowling Green, man alive, I've never seen so many, tall high school girls in my life. I mean, I think they had 4 kids that were pushing or maybe above 6 foot. And that's just who I seen playing. And I know they had a couple big ones on the bench too. So, they got a heck of a team.
Taller, I think, is what I saw on the roster. 4 girls.
What's that?
4 girls, 6'2" and taller.
Wow.
And I think one was a freshman, one's a sophomore.
Yeah. And I gave my buddy Calvin Head, he's the athletic director at Bowling Green. I gave him a hard time because none of those girls play basketball. So, right. But yeah, they got a special team, and good luck to them as they host a first round state game in the state playoffs for volleyball. Coach, you feel I know you got the results there. We had 7 of our athletes go compete in the cross country state meet on Saturday or yesterday. And we got a report from Coach Syhead, and I think they ended up finishing 15th overall. Coach said that I think 4 of the guys really performed at the high level, and a couple may have struggled maybe on maybe the pressure of state. I don't know, but still, we took a whole team to state. That a very successful season for those guys, and finishing top 15 is I think a step in the right direction for the future of our program for sure.
100%. You think about this time last year, we weren't able to field a team at regionals, much less finish tied for second in the regional meet and then go on and place in the top 15. So I was looking at some of the stats at the state meet, which is a pretty tough course. I hear it's beautiful up there. I haven't been up there to look at that, but there were 262 runners that competed in Class 2A and 33 teams. So for us to finish 15th, I think that's impressive. We beat more than half the field when you look at the team aspect of it. But Jack Blanton, who kind of has been our strongest runner all season, he finished 43rd with a time of 18:05, and was looking at his regional results. It looked like that's about 14 seconds slower maybe than what he ran at region, but still a really good showing for him. Wyatt Lawson placed 60th overall with a time of 18:23. And that was actually 8 seconds faster than his regional time. Cole Christmas finished 98th with a time of 19 minutes and 11 seconds. So those were our top 3 runners. Like I said, pretty good showing. Just to show the kind of what they were up against, the number 1 place runner, Joe Mayer from Covington Catholic, ran it in 15:44.
Ooh.
That's just unheard of. So it looks like there were 3 guys that finished under 16 minutes at the state meet. So very impressive, very strong field. Like I said, for our guys, we had 3 in the top 100, and as a team finished 15th out of 33 teams. I would say that Coach Sy should be really proud of that, and once again, something to build on for the future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what your time is on that cross country course after this pick'em segment later. But we'll talk about that here. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But last recap we got, we started some middle school basketball games last week. Our girls had 2 games, and our middle school boys got started yesterday in a tournament at Allen County. I think it was talking to the coaches. It was kind of what was expected, knocking a little rust off, trying to get going in the right direction, but, improved over the 2 games that they played. So, look forward to seeing what kind of season they have and continuing to improve and get better. We'll talk about football real quick. We traveled to South Warren on Thursday night. Did not have a good showing. It was a rough week for us mentally and physically for our team. We were without Isaac Christian and Tyson Tomachek to go into the game. I think that kind of took a toll on us mentally going into it. And then found out some more bad news Thursday morning, which kind of affected another player of ours, and which affected the whole team. And you can't go in half-cocked against one of the best teams in the state of Kentucky and expect to do well. And learning experience for us, I hope, and we can use it for that. And the most important thing is we finished the season, I think, 8-2, and we're healthy. We got all of our dudes going into the postseason. We'll get started. We actually had film study a while ago with our group, and we'll go out guns blazing this week and try to give them everything we got, because it's win or go home right now, and I don't think me or these guys are ready to go home just yet.
And I'm sure back in July, if I said, "Hey, Coach, you guys are going to finish 8-2, district runner-up, host the first round playoff game," you probably would have taken that all day. So
for sure.
Great regular season for you guys. No, you didn't finish the way you would like to have finished, but still, I mean, you played a tough schedule. You're sitting here 8-2. You get to host a playoff game and kind of build some momentum going into these playoffs. So I'm looking forward to watching you guys on Friday night.
Yeah, and the thing that most excites me, and knock on wood, I'm not trying to jinx this, but we're getting to this point playing pretty good football, and we still got all of our guys. As everybody's healthy. I think everybody's kind of hungry to finish it strong. So, we'll see. We got Marion County coming to us next Friday night, or this Friday night, sorry. 7 o'clock kickoff, first round of the state playoffs. Supposed to be 70 for the high, 50 for the low. So we should have some great Great football weather Friday night. Now, I'm not excited about it getting dark at, 4:30, 4:45, but it should be a great night for football. So come out and support these guys. They deserve it, and it's a field of 32 teams now. So, hey, we win it in advance. It drops to 16 and then 8 and 4. And then, we got the state finals there the first weekend in December. So looking forward to that. Coach, we talked about this a couple episodes back, but we finally got our first sponsor of the podcast. Yeah. And, we're going to – it's Home Shield Defense. And if anyone in the area is needing basement or crawl space waterproofing work, Shield Home Defense is a local family-owned and operated business who do top-tier work for affordable pricing. Feel free to reach out to Kobe Edwards at 281-224-0533 for any questions or needs. And that'll take us to our first commercial break, and we'll tell you a little bit more about Home Shield Defense.
Hey guys, this is Kobe with Shield Home Defense. We are a family-owned and operated company out of Russellville, Kentucky. We specialize in crawl space and basement waterproofing. We also service areas in Bowling Green and Nashville. For any inspections or estimates, feel free to reach out to Kobe Edwards at 281-224-0533 or at my email, kobe@shieldmyspace.com. Looking forward to helping you guys out.
All right, Coach. We are now joined by, looks like three stooges there in the Performing Arts Center. But it's three of, I don't know. They may
Curly.
Yeah. These are three of the guys that, kind of help us on the football staff, and not only football staff, but they're involved with our junior pros. And, Crawford helps us, of course, with our athletics. And, three great young men who put a lot of time and effort into not only our players, but our youth and our community. So glad to have these guys on and just kind of chit-chat a little bit. Coach Frick, I'll let you start.
All right, guys, good to have you on the show. I know you guys are getting some film work in, getting ready for this big playoff game against Marion County on Friday night. So I'm just looking at stats here. I don't know anything about Marion County other than they're 7-3, and it looks like they are a ground and pound team. They're averaging about 7 or 8 pass attempts a game is all they're averaging. So they have two guys over 500 yards rushing on the season. So based on your early, film study, Coach Crawford, we'll start with you. What are you seeing about Marion County that concerns you a little bit going into Friday night?
Well, they're a traditional wing T team. They, like you said, they like to ground and pound. Now, I'm not real good with names, but number 30, they're one of their little scat backs. He likes to get on the edge, and if you let him get on the edge, he'll go. And then their fullback's a load, so they like to hit him up the middle. The quarterback runs the ball well, and he throws it well when they decide to throw it, and they run it, and they kind of lull you to sleep, and then they'll throw something. And the two games I've watched so far, the guy's been wide open and he throws it. So it's a good, easy completion for him. But they just kind of put you to sleep with just pounding it at you, and then they'll come back and throw something every now and then.
Coach Cole, what's one thing you guys need to do really well on Friday night to come away with the win?
Just from a receiver standpoint, their corners like to press up a lot. So our outside receivers would like to see them get physical and get off that jam, because I feel like if we get our receivers in open space, it's hard to tackle. And I feel like our slot guys are going to do their thing anyway. So if we can get free release on the outside, get off the jam, I feel good about our receivers getting in open space.
All right, Coach Bristow, tell me about the big uglies up front. I know a lot of games, especially playoff games, are won up front. What do you like when you watch film of Marion County?
They're big. They got some big dudes that fill some holes. Looks like they kind of run some stuff that we're real familiar with up front. When our guys are aggressive, I think there's not anybody better than them in the state. We tell them from the get-go, we go as far as you take us. So I like our matchup with them. I do think we're going to have to work, though. They're going to make it tough on us. But hopefully we can open up some holes for Christian throughout the night and keep Luke off his back and put some points on the board.
Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna ask you this, which I kind of know, but I want you to tell the community and maybe all of our listeners, like, what's and we can go the same order we just went. You know, Crawford, starting with you. You know, you work a lot with our special teams. You and Coach Sko do, and you know, what is preparation for you look like? You're not necessarily the offense or defensive coordinator. But of course, you guys do have a lot of input in what we do and how we do things. But for you, what does the preparation look like for you when you're looking at special teams or you're looking at your individual position group on how you're getting prepared for practice and scheme?
For special teams, we try and just go back and we watch a lot of film on what people do, where they kick the ball, how they kick the ball, placement. Are they trying to go deep? Are they trying to go short? How do they cover? Is there a lane? Is there somebody that's not running as hard as everybody else that we can exploit? And our thing we always want to do, and Coach Skoll and I work on this, is always making sure we got the best athlete where they're going to put the ball. You know, watching film on this week, we're going to have to make some changes and move some people around, and so we can shuffle some things up and hopefully get a crease and break one. We haven't done that in a long time. And just prepare for what they might do special teams wise as far as kicking off or punts that we got to be prepared for and our guys be ready for.
Who's in charge of making sure everybody's out there for punt coverage?
Kobe Wall.
Not Kobe Wall. Not.
Punt block. Punt block.
So I'm looking at their schedule. They have 3 losses on the season: Knox Central, John Hardin, and E-Town. And those 3 losses are by a combined 7 points. So what's something when you watch these guys that just really stands out to you that kind of worries you about Friday night?
They play really hard. New coach, I think that they've started to create a new culture there. I don't think they've been in the playoffs for a while. So those guys play really, really hard. You know, they fly around. They're going to give you everything they got. You know, I don't know size-wise across the board. You know, they're not probably going to be the biggest team we've seen all year, but they've beat teams that are a lot bigger than them throughout the course of the year. And they don't give up. Those games, they've been in a lot of close nail biters. Like you said, even the games they lost combined 7 points. Even some of their wins are 1 point, 2 point overtime type games. So they're going to give us all they got the whole game. They're not going to just lay down.
All right,
I just worry about.
Go ahead.
Concern is, hey, they're hungry. You know, they haven't been here in a while. So can we match that? You know, they're making a 2-hour trip with a time change. So they're coming here to win, and they're hungry. So we just got to be ready to go.
Well, I'm tired of talking about them. Let's talk about us a little bit. So, you know, we're sitting here 8-2. Had a really good season. What, Coach Crawford, do you believe, you know, what's the biggest reason? Why have we been so successful this season? And don't use the words Coach Adler.
I think it really trickles down to the kids. I think Coach Adler did say it earlier. It may have been in a meeting or something, but the 8 or 9 seniors we have, the 8 or 9 seniors came in, and, you know, they really set the tone for us in July. And I think that's the biggest difference in this year and years past. They weren't gonna be accepting of not winning this year. And they carry it day to day, every day. Isaac Christian, you know, he is on people, making sure everybody's in the right spot. For us, special teams wise, Caden Kirby goes out and he is religiously practicing every day. Whatever we want to do that week, he's trying to perfect it to the best he can. And in our O-line, we've had some guys step up that have just been really, really helpful and giving us that chance to be successful this year.
Scott, what about for you, bud?
I just think, kind of just to piggyback off what Coach Crawford said, they just wasn't going to accept another. I hate to go back to last year, but they wasn't going to accept that again. And I think, like Coach Crawford said, we've got really good leaders on both sides of the ball, and it's just a matter of them guys just wanting to get out here and show the community that what they put out last year is not who we are.
Bristow.
I'll go with a little something different. Family has been our motto all year, and this year's team is definitely that. Teams in the past, the locker room's not always been cohesive as much as we would like it to be as coaches, and I think that this group, they're really and truly are a family. That was evident last week. We had loss within our group, and it really trickled to several others. It affected other kids. They felt the pain of a teammate themselves. So I think that family part of it has been one of the biggest differences.
For sure.
I would agree with that. So what, we got what we would call a young, inexperienced team. And, we've been here. You guys have been here with me a while now, and we've been in this situation the past couple of years. And then this first round matchup with a young team, inexperienced team, whatever the case may be. What do you think is just we have to get done this week in practice to make sure that our core guys are ready to go? I think they're going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to compete, but I think just like I do, hey, the playoff atmosphere is just a little different. Weather's changing. People are a little bit more hungry or desperate, so to say. Hey, they're not ready to go home. What do we have to do as a team to make sure that we're ready to play for Friday night?
For us, it's going to be build confidence defensively and knowing where we're lining up and what our responsibility is. That wing tee, if you get to looking in the wrong spot or you get to guessing and thinking, you can really get out of position quickly. But I think if we just tune in mentally this week for practice and focus on, hey, where they're at, where they're going, what they're trying to do, and what my job is, and do my job, I think that's going to be the biggest thing for us to be successful defensively this week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just stay focused. Hey, don't put too much pressure on yourself. We're 8-2 for a reason. So just do what we've been doing. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we've got to make sure that we're not looking beyond. We're not looking 2 weeks ahead or a week ahead. Everybody's 0-0 every week from this point forward. It's a one-game season. And just being locked in and prepared. These are teams they're not familiar with. As coaches, we're not familiar with. We don't play them that often. So preparation, when you haven't seen them, don't know them, is super important. So those young guys, film study, things like that, is big for them. And it's really a learning opportunity all the way down to the JV freshman type guys that don't necessarily see the field as much on Friday. It's time for them to kind of learn that so in the future they pick up on it.
I would agree.
So one of my favorite things to do on Saturdays, I don't get to do this very often, is to watch College Game Day. So when I look at you three, I want to know who's most like Kirk Herbstreit, who's most like Coach Saban, and who's Pat McAfee. I think I know the answer.
I'll go ahead and claim it. I'm Pat McAfee. This is McAfee right here. I'm liable to take my shirt off here.
Just leave your shirt on, please.
Always
One step too far. Every time.
I don't think we got.
There ain't no saving here.
And I'm not. We're all closer to McAfee than the others anyway.
Oh, yeah. I would agree Crawford would win that one, but y'all are all three close to that for sure. Well, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to talk a little football with us, and looking forward to a fun journey here over the next couple of weeks, hopefully. But, again, thank you for taking the time to be on our show today and just kind of talking about your roles and and how you play a part in our team and in our football program. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
All right, Coach. Good to hear from those guys in a different perspective from my side, and probably your side too. But they do a great job for our program and for our kids. And, we got a lot of other coaches that do the same thing. But for some reason, I asked all of those guys after film to stay after and be on our podcast, and nobody wanted to be on. I guess they were scared of the TV time and all these millions of viewers that we got viewing the show, I guess.
I guess so. You could get famous real quick. Wouldn't be able to go into Walmart without people realizing who you are. I mean, I get it. You and I struggle with that on a daily basis.
For sure. But real quick, we got a recap. We'll dive into this pick'em. We already mentioned it. So week 7 results. I went 3-2. You went 1-4. Overall record 26-15 and 24-17. So that cross country course is getting nice and muddy. Can't wait, Coach. You had to take the big Cincinnati Bearcats last week. Got absolutely demolished by Utah. You'd be proud of me. I watched Game 7 of the baseball last night.
What?
I did. I watched it.
And
what
were your thoughts?
It was a good game. I mean, it was exciting. My oldest one came home from, she comes in and works at Ariella's on the weekends. And I came home she came home Friday night from work and I was watching the game. And she came home last night and I was watching the game.
Man.
Now I'm going to tell you the flip side of that.
Okay.
YouTube TV has freaking, I don't know what they've done to these channels. So that's about the only thing I could watch sports related. So,
Yep.
But I did watch the baseball game. So,
well, there you go. Yeah, YouTube TV has irritated me enough. I canceled it last night, and I'm now a Hulu guy. So we'll see how that goes. It's a little different, but yeah, you're right. I mean, and that's what we started out last night watching the baseball game. I was like, Kentucky and Auburn's playing, and it's a really good game. So I made the quick decision to cancel YouTube TV and pick up Hulu. So. But the Cats got a big win last night. Auburn fires their coach this morning. So I guess when you lose to Kentucky, you get fired these days. So everybody's on notice. But
a lot of college coaches, it's Dabo may be out. And I don't know. But, pick them this week. I pulled ahead of you. Now all I got to do is just match your picks, and you may be in trouble, Coach.
I'm in big time trouble. Thankfully, Louisville got me at least one win, but you picked Louisville also, so it is what it is. And I've got some making up to do, but we'll go with Raiders Broncos. That's the Thursday night game this week. Raiders at Broncos.
Yeah,
it's not even close. Broncos may be the best team that nobody's talking about. Their defense is legit. They're very physical, fly around, got a big win, come from behind win today. So I will take the Broncos as well. This could be a trap game, this next one. Indiana, Penn State, at Penn State.
They're not going to win Indiana. It could be a trap game, but Indiana's playing too good.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Indiana, I think they're all the way up to number 2 in the country. Creech is hard to talk to these days because of that. I just don't see them going into Penn State and losing at this point in the season. I'll take Indiana as well. BYU, Texas Tech, top 10 matchups.
I'll go BYU.
I've got to go opposite here. I'm going Texas Tech. They're at home. I think it's a night game maybe. I can't remember. I'll take Texas Tech over the Cougars of BYU. Texas A&M, Missouri. Another
Texas A&M and Missouri. I'll go Texas A&M.
This is a tough one. Texas A&M's really good. The game's at Missouri. Missouri's a lot better at home. I got to make up some ground. I'm going to take Missouri right here. Go Tigers. I don't know why. That's probably a stupid pick, but I'll take Missouri. Last one, Florida, Kentucky.
Oh, Florida. Jeez, Florida.
I'm going Kentucky, Bubba. I believe in Stoops.
Oh,
In Stoops, I trust.
And Stoops, you trust?
Well, I
Oh,
do this
my
week, Bubba.
gosh.
I do this week.
Maybe you can call Stoops and run this cross-country course with you because that's what's about to happen.
I mean, hey, we've won one game in a row. That's not even, I guess you can't even call that a streak yet. But that Florida Kentucky game's always interesting. At least it has been the last few years. I feel like the Cats will get it done at home, and Billy Napier will be fired on Sunday.
Probably the loser, whoever it is probably getting axed.
Probably out. So, anyways, that's it. So Broncos, we both picked the Broncos. We both picked Indiana, and then from there, man, we went opposites. So this thing may be over quick, or maybe I crawl back into it here and make up some ground. But regardless, I'm going to have to start walking, running to get prepared.
Get ready for it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's dive into this week here. We do got some middle school basketball going on, pretty hot and heavy. They're the middle school teams have kind of started their season and they're playing, all week long. We got the girls and the boys both playing tomorrow. The girls and boys both playing on Thursday. That'd be our first district game at Franklin Simpson. The girls are at home and the boys are at Franklin Simpson. That'd be 7th and 8th grade games. Friday night, we do host Marion County here for the playoffs, and they are trying to reschedule that girls middle school basketball game with Ohio County, just so they, everybody can kind of come watch the football game. And then Saturday, we got some 6th grade boys action, and then our cheerleading team is competing for the first time this year at regionals at McCracken County. So busy week for, winter sports, middle school basketball especially, and then our cheerleaders. I know they've been working hard ever since probably mid-April, since tryouts for this. So busy week for them, and good luck to them on Saturday as they compete at McCracken County. I think also our middle school cheer team is competing as well, I believe. So busy week, get out, catch some basketball, and we'll see where that goes. But Friday night's going to be a big one here in campus. Like I said, come cheer the Cougars on as we host Marion County for the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, Coach, is there anything different people need to know about for Friday night before they get here?
No. It should still be the same. Other than, our student passes, staff passes, that stuff does not work for the playoffs. Just to give you kind of a little background, the officials' costs go up. Pretty great deal, and we have to split those proceeds, whatever comes in from the gate, with the opposing team. So, no student passes, no staff passes. A coach's card will get you in if you are a coach, card holder only. But 7 o'clock kickoff, nothing special before kickoff or at halftime. But should be a great night, great weather. We could use the support. That's one thing I love about our stadium is it can be an electric atmosphere if we have a good crowd and people around the track and bring the noise. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, and coming up soon, wrestling's getting ready to kick off. Swimming, obviously basketball and archery. So lots of things coming up. I think in future episodes we'll get some of these coaches on and kind of preview their seasons. But right now, football is the only fall sport still in action, and we will hopefully come out with a win on Friday night and keep this thing rolling.
Yep, for sure. And like you said, the other ones are getting ready to start, and I think we're kind of to start previewing those sports maybe in the next week or so. Try to get wrestling in here and archery and swim, and then we'll get going with basketball. And before we know it, everything will be moved indoors, and the weather will be so bad nobody want to be outdoors. So I'm looking forward to that. But I hope we got some unfinished business to take care of, hopefully with football, and we can go a little bit longer and then I know you're kind of you're wanting us to do well, but you're also looking forward to getting your guys back for basketball, as y'all are, probably right at about a month away from, I guess, tip off, give or take a few days. So
2 weeks from our first scrimmage. So
yeah, scrimmages are coming up. So, but should be a fun time, man. Again, we had our first sponsor. I want to give Kobe Edwards a shout out, and Shield Home Defense. Another, hey, if anybody in our area is needing basement or crawl space waterproofing work, give them a call. It's a local business here. That they do a lot of work in Nashville and Bowling Green area for top tier work for affordable pricing. Feel free to reach out to Kobe Edwards at 281-224-0533. And we appreciate your support, Shield Home Defense. And if anybody else is interested in being a sponsor on our podcast, we are trying to look to maybe purchase some equipment or some different things just to make it a little better or grow our system here, so to say. But we're always willing to look at sponsorships and talk to people in that way. And then also, we're looking for more feedback from you guys. Say, what do you want to hear? Who do we need to get on? Who would be a fun person to have on? Who would be a serious person to have on? You let us know that kind of stuff. We're open ears, and this place is for us to share athletic stuff with you guys. So let us know what you want to hear. Coach, anything else?
No, I think that about covers it. Like I said, get out Friday night, check out the Cougars as they host Marion County, and then good luck to our cheerleaders as they compete for a regional championship on Saturday. So get out, support. Actually, we've got middle school games at Auburn tomorrow night. So I think that starts at 5:30.
And then a district girls game here Thursday against Franklin. And one more time, big shout out to our cross country team for competing at state, and the regional semifinal finish there for our girls volleyball team. Great job, and I know you guys and coaches will look to grow that next fall and keep it work. But Coach, we'll get out of here until next time. Episode 16 has been a fun one, so episode 17, you're on deck.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Logan County Athletics Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe.